Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another episode review. This is going to be for Scorpion, episode 1, pilot. So this show premiered 3 weeks ago on Monday, and yeah, basically premiered at the exact same time as Gotham. But I've seen the trailers, I saw the trailers for this, and I thought it was pretty interesting. So basically, what I did, I recorded it and watched it on Tuesday, which at that time I didn't have anything on Tuesday. So yeah, it's on its third episode as of this point, and I've been basically wondering if I should review it. Yes, no, maybe so. Um, and as you can probably tell, I am going to review this. At this point, it's at its third episode. I'm going to try to review the second and third episode later this weekend as well. So yeah, but basically, the pilot episode um is what this review is mainly focused on. So yeah, before I begin, 10-second spoiler warning as usual for those who have yet to actually watch this episode and the show, and haven't already, stop the video, go check it out, and come back here to watch the rest of this review. So I don't spoil anything. So yeah, 10-second spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those who have yet to actually watch the episode and haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me that I never gave you a fair warning, because as usual I did, and I swear I have something in my eyes, but it doesn't seem like it. Whatever, I'm gonna try to stop. Okay, so yeah, Scorpion episode 1 pilot. So yeah, the synopsis for this episode is basically you have this group of geniuses. Basically, it's a group of geniuses. Um, you have the leader, who's Walter. You have this, like, they call him like a shrink type of, like a profiler basically. His name is Toby. You have like a human calculator whose name is Sylvester, and this like engineer, I guess you could say, engineer. And I believe, and I forgot her name. I think it was like Katie or something like that, or something like that. Katie, Kathy. Um, I forgot her name, to be fair. Um, but yeah, and basically it's this group of geniuses. And before I forget the cast, I forget before I forget the cast. Basically, the cast is Ellis Gables portraying Walter, Kathleen McPhee portraying Paige, which is another character in the show. Robert Patrick portraying Agent Gallo, which is another character in the show. Eddie K. Thomas portraying Toby. Jade Wong portraying Happy. Oh, Happy, that's her name. I don't know why I said Katie. Whatever. Happy Quinn. She's the Asian in the show, Asian lady, not to be racist, but her name is, she's basically an Asian, nevertheless. And Ari Stidham portraying Sylvester, and then you also have this kid called Riley B. Smith portraying Ralph. Um, so yeah, and apparently Ernie Hudson is also in this show, or he did a cameo appearance in the first show. So yeah, and I think he's gonna be popping up every here and there because he is listed as as a recurring character. So Ernie Hudson, as we all know from Ghostbusters, he's in the show. So yeah, basically in the first episode you have this group of geniuses, and they're like kind of like not underground, but they're like low lives, I guess you could say, like hackers. But they're geniuses. Walter says that they have an IQ of almost close to 700 IQ, and Walter's own IQ is apparently greater than Einstein's IQ. Einstein's IQ is like 160, and according to him, Walter, the character in the show, has an IQ of like 195, 196. So yeah, he's pretty smart basically. So so that's about 200 per, for combined. So that's about 700, 800, right around there. So yeah, that's basically, yeah, they're geniuses. So besides the point, you have these in this first episode. You have these group of geniuses, and you have Agent Gallo, who seems to have some kind of history with Walter, which is explained later in the episode. I'm not gonna say it, but he seems to have some history. He knows, that he's a genius, and he knows this whole group is a genius. And basically, what's happened at this point is that they have like 100 planes up in the air, about to crash due to some kind of malfunction in the air traffic control. Once the gasoline from the plane is all used up, they're gonna crash and kill thousands upon thousands of civilians on the plane. So basically, they had to find a way to get the passengers and the crew, and the crew from the planes, to get every single plane down safe and sound in an airport, like throughout all of California, Washington, and Oregon. Basically, all of the West Coast, I believe it was, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, um, yeah, this was a pretty good episode, and pilot wise, I think it's one of the best pilots I've seen in a long time. Um, I think the only other pilot I think could compare to this would be Gotham, and that's only due to the fact that it's very dark. But this show is very fast paced. It is somewhat light-hearted, because many of the characters have these like comic relief moments. Because despite the fact that they are geniuses, they do seem to have some kind of emotions, a backstory which you do want to get see more of, which is pretty cool. Um, Toby, who is the main comic relief, he's pretty funny in this episode and in the series as a whole. Um, Basically, all the characters are enjoyable, and the acting is very well done. Every single every single character, not character, every single actor and actress here, doing a pretty good job portraying the role they're supposed to be, um, portraying geniuses and whatnot. So, that's pretty cool. Also, I've never actually seen a show here which you actually have like a group of geniuses. I mean, maybe Big Bang Theory, but not to this scale where you have, them working for the government. Big Bang Theory, they're a group of geniuses who work for a college. It's, major difference. I think, yeah, Big Bang Theory, character-wise, with intelligence, is the only other show that could probably compare, and even after that, not much of a comparison. So yeah, I mean, then again, Big Bang is a sitcom, and this is a like prime time drama, I guess you could say. So yeah, I mean, yeah, the writing for this episode is very well done. You do have like the scientific and like computer language jargon, kind of being there. You could kind of get the sense that they're trying to be smart, which they are. So you have that kind of jargon, with the scientific and computer and mathematic, language within the script, which makes sense considering the type of show this is. It is very well done. It is somewhat simple to understand. You do have to have at least some kind of basic knowledge on some of these subjects, such as computers, science, and mathematics. Some basic when it comes to the language. Which I do because I'm currently studying computers at the moment. I take a computer class, so I guess that kind of helps. So yeah, and then obviously my core classes will be also include math and science, or one of the math and sciences. So I guess that also does help. When trying to understand what the people are saying sometimes. So yeah, the writing is very well done. I do like the interaction between every single character, which is very well done too. Again, as I said before, each character has a backstory, which is interesting, which you do want to get into, if you know what I mean. Really negatives about the show, not really any negatives. Um, Maybe to slow it down a bit, because this episode is extremely fast paced, and I think there's maybe one or two times where they could have slowed it down just a bit, not to make it extremely fast paced. But besides that, this was a pretty great pilot episode for this show. I mean, really negatives is just really some small details. Maybe tone down the pacing a bit, just by a small bit. Um, Not really any negatives to say the least. It's a pretty solid episode. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I give this a I I'd give this a ugh, it's not coming out for some reason. I'd give this a 9 out of 10. For episode 1 of Scorpion Pilot. I don't know why it didn't want to come out, but yeah. 9 out of 10. It's a pretty great premiere. I haven't seen anything premiere wise like this. So fast paced and so exciting. So yeah, um, yeah, I don't know. So yeah, that's basically it for this review. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. Currently I am and will be doing reviews on Gotham, Flash, Arrow, Scorpion, Walking Dead, Constantine, Grace Point, and maybe M for Murder, or right? Is that what it's called? M for Murder or something like that? No. I forget the show, but it's like murder in the name, M for Murder, something like that. The trailers were pretty good. I haven't seen it, but if I like it enough, I may actually do a review on it. The first episode likely, but yeah. But for sure, I'm gonna be doing reviews on Walking Dead, Gotham, Flash, Arrow, Grace Point, Scorpion, Z Nation, maybe M for Murder. Depends how I like it. So 9 shows by like 9 review shows. So yeah, 8 to 9 show reviews. Constantine, so maybe 10, between 8 and 10 different reviews on different shows. So yeah, get pumped for that. So yeah, that's basically it for now. Subscribe, comment down below on your thoughts on this episode and the series as a whole. With the first 3 episodes, what are your thoughts on it? Comment that all down below. Let me know. Besides that, like this video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.